Good evening and welcome back to Let's Play Blackwell Legacy. When we left off last time, we were introduced to Rosa here. This is our character that we're following. She's kind of alone in the world. Her parents have died. Her last remaining relative is her aunt, who she never knew well because her aunt suffered early onset dementia, and her aunt's psychiatrist is now saying, this seems to be a hereditary thing and it's probably going to hit you too. Maybe. So, wonderful news for Rosa. Now, currently we are at the park because our nosy next door neighbor has taken it upon himself to guard the door and isn't letting us in because he doesn't recognize us. And I was having trouble figuring out how to get Nisanthi Sharma's attention. She's playing the flute over there. She's got an audience and we don't really want to go up in front of everybody and interrupt her. So after a bit of messing around, this dog I found. So he follows me all the way over here, right? He's got this,
I don't think so.
this leash. And Rosa doesn't want anything to do with him. I'm not messing with the dog. But, see? The dog is trying to get our attention, and we can wrap him around this pole.
Oh, for heaven's sake. Don't worry, Moti. I'm coming.
So, now we've managed to get her attention.
There, all better. I can't take you anywhere, can I? Oh, it's you. The
Oh, she
lady
does
next door.
recognize. Oh,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Hi.
Rhonda, isn't it?
No.
No, Rosangela.
Well, Rosangela. I hope my friend here hasn't been giving you any trouble.
He was perfect. Yeah, we'll be nice. We'll compliment the dog.
That's a cute dog you've got.
Isn't he just? Normally he behaves, but he seems to have taken a shine to you.
Oh, great.
Anyway, I don't think we've formally met.
No.
I'm Nisanthi.
Rosangela.
So you said.
Oh, right.
Yes?
I
Alright.
have a strange favor to
Yeah,
ask.
very strange.
Go ahead and ask. What are neighbors for?
You know that building servicemen strike?
Yes. Jim Burdo is covering, isn't he?
Yeah, he's obnoxious
Yeah,
about it.
that's the problem, see. He doesn't recognize me.
Oh? Oh. So you need me to vouch for you?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I know this is pretty stupid.
I'm glad she
Worry about
understood.
it. Moti is getting a little cranky anyway. Let's get you home.
Aw.
Thanks.
Well, I'm glad she's so nice and understanding about the whole thing. Because it does seem like an awfully big inconvenience to her. You okay, Rosangela?
Are you all right?
I'm fine, I just need to get home.
All
Stress
right.
headache.
Let's keep walking.
That's right, she mentioned that before. Alright, you.
Hello, Jim.
Hey, Miss Sharma.
Jim, this is Rosangela. She lives here.
He does? Okay. Sorry about earlier. Had to be sure.
Well, I am kind of angry, but I don't want to, Nisanthi's being pretty cool about the whole thing, so we won't be angry at him. I don't really feel like being syrupy sweet, because he's not going to care anyhow. We'll try sarcasm. He's a teenager. He should respect that.
Well, now you're sure. And you must be so proud of yourself.
Well,
Never mind. Just get out of my way.
Well, here we are.
Yes. Finally.
Yeah.
That stupid kid.
Well, perhaps. But
Yeah.
try not to be so hard on him. We're all neighbors after all.
Yeah, I guess.
Looks like somebody is hungry. I'd best get this spoiled puppy fed. Feel free to drop in any time you want.
Well, that was nice. Well, I'm kind of with Rosangela here. I feel kind of awkward. I don't really talk to my neighbors, but if they seemed nice like this, and drop by anytime, I think I'd be polite. I don't really want to be uncertain. I don't want to be like the weirdo who insists on keeping to herself. Surprised, I think, is a little over the top. Like, yeah, you don't necessarily expect your neighbors to talk to you, but I don't know, maybe some people do. It wouldn't be that outside the ordinary. I'm sure probably most people are fairly curious about who lives around them. So let's be polite, and hopefully she's not kind of polite but frosty, but sort of polite like, oh, thanks.
I'll think about it.
No thinking needed. I know we New Yorkers don't usually talk to our neighbors, but who cares? The city can be a lonely place, especially when you live alone. I've got Moti. Who do you have?
Well, we don't need to get defensive. Silent treatment is another type of defensive. I feel like it's kind of a hostile response, so let's try to make a joke. She does have a bit of a point. You know, they've done studies. Owning pets does help relieve, like, depression, anxiety, things like that. So, you know, I understand if Rosangela doesn't want to own a pet. It's a lot of work. You know, pets are a big responsibility. But I can see if she is by herself, you know, a pet might help her out some.
Oh, I have 3 great roommates.
Oh?
Yes, their names are me, myself, and I.
The awkward smile.
It's a joke.
Yeah, I get it. Very funny. I'm sure you're fine. Although your episode in the park tells me otherwise. And your eyes.
My eyes?
Well, let's just say the offer stands.
Sure.
You go home now. We'll see each other soon, Rosangela, I'm sure.
Hey,
Yes?
you can call me Rosa, if you like. Rosangela's kind of a mouthful, you know.
All right, Rosa. You have a good day now.
Thank you.
What a strange lady.
A little nosy, perhaps, but kind, and she kind of has a point. If we're worrying about the possibility of dementia, it probably would actually really help if we made some friends and had some people who kind of know us well. She would be able to, like at this point, she doesn't really know Rosa well, so she won't have a baseline for comparison if the dementia was to hit Rosa. So if we make some friends now, then if our behavior suddenly does start changing and we're not realizing it, well, our friends might be able to help catch it. I'm not sure how much that would help, because, well, what treatment is there really, but it could be beneficial to have someone, you know, there to at least help us monitor the situation. I really do want to get in our house and see what we can check out, but I almost kind of...
I'm not knocking on some stranger's door.
Do we want to go right over to Nisanthi? Maybe we'll chat with her
Yeah,
some more.
she invited me to come over, but so soon?
Okay.
I just saw her. I can't just invite myself over now. Besides, I'm more eager to see my own home.
All right, fair enough.
Home. Thank God. I've never been so happy to see a 500 square foot room in my life.
500 square foot. Oof. That's awfully crunched. Well, for one person, though. That's probably all right. All right, what do we got in here? Oh, our
Griff
teddy
is
bear.
fine where he is.
Griff.
That's Griff, the PI bear. I've had him as long as I can remember. He's in horrible shape, but I don't have the heart to throw him away.
Yeah, he's sentimental. He's got meaning to you. Overgrown plant. Ooh.
This is the only living plant I own. I bought it 2 years ago.
Well, it's doing
It's
well.
still living, despite my total lack of care. I suppose I should trim this plant. Maybe one day.
We'll go to the bedroom eventually. First,
Just a
let's
trash can filled with crumpled up novel ideas.
Oh, you write novels, eh?
I don't need to take the trash out. It's not even full. It's just a telephone.
A relic of the
I have
past.
nobody to call.
I don't have a telephone anymore. I only use my cell phone.
Just some old book review clippings. They're fine where they are.
Alright, what else we got here?
My computer. It's a bit old, but it lets me access the internet and do my writing.
Well, if that's all you need it for, there you go. Let's do some writing.
I am just feeling so uninspired today. Maybe tomorrow I'll feel up to it. But today, it's just not happening.
Well, it's been a bit of a rough day. I guess we have to turn it off. I just leave mine on all the time, but... Alright, what else we got? Some
This
TV.
TV was here when I moved in.
It is kind of a dinosaur. I suppose that's a benefit,
I don't
though.
need to bother. I don't get reception anyway. I must have watched all these a dozen times.
Alright, so you can at least hook
I'm
the
not up for
DVD
watching
player
a
up to it.
movie. Besides, I've seen all of them a dozen times.
Fake
It's
plant.
fake, but kind of pretty.
Oh, must be this photograph here.
It's a photograph of Auntie Lauren and me.
Oh,
It's me. I look scared out of my mind. I don't remember when this picture was taken, but I look about 4 or 5 years old. Auntie Lauren. She took care of me after my parents died. For most of my life, Auntie Lauren was a vegetable, slowly rotting away in a hospital bed. I don't remember what she was like before that. This picture is all I have to go by.
Aw.
No. I used to talk to this picture when I was a little girl, but not anymore. When I was a little girl, I'd try to talk to my younger self in this picture. I was trying to give myself advice about the future. It didn't work then, and I doubt it would work now.
Oh, that's pretty sad. Alright.
Out of sight, out of mind. There's nothing in these cabinets I want right now.
We probably want to just go lay down in the bedroom, but let's click on everything we can first. Ooh.
My window, with the curtains firmly shut.
Well, what's your view look like?
I open those curtains and a dozen windows can look directly in here. Those curtains stay shut and prying eyes stay out.
That's a fair point.
Just a standard stove-oven combo. Cook. Why bother when every Chinese restaurant in the area delivers?
I probably get a lot more takeout and fast food than I should, just because it's a lot easier than cooking. And price-wise, it generally comes out pretty well the same. Alright, let's
That
go to
leads
the
to my
bedroom.
bedroom. It's an oversized closet, but it suits me fine. I'm not ready for bed.
Oh, you're not? Oh, well, what shall we do then? I must have missed something. What else have we got? She doesn't want to watch TV.
This TV was here when I moved in. I don't need to bother.
She doesn't need to do anything with the bear, the plant. Ooh. Oh, yeah, that stuff.
Apparently, this envelope had no trouble entering the building. Go figure.
Yeah, the doctor said he was gonna, send us
Looks like it's from
Auntie's
Bellevue.
last effects. Well, let's take a look. September 30th, 1960. Dear Lauren, so you've been at MIU for 2 weeks now and have not called. I'm sure things are busy in the Big Apple, but don't forget the family you left behind. Things back home are well. Jack starts high school on Monday, so he's a bit nervous. You know how he gets. Be sure to write him a letter. Mrs. his big sister. Jack. Is that Rosa's father? I admit I am still a bit nervous about you living in New York all by yourself. You're carrying ID with you when you go out, like I asked. Let's turn it over. There we go. You know me, just being a mom. Somebody has to. Keep your head on straight, kid, as your dad would say. And remember that you have a family back home that misses you. Love you. Mom and Dad and Jack. Ooh, 25 pages. So, October 17th, 1960. Hello, sis. I am writing this on my new St. Clair Model 15. That took me a little longer than it should have to figure out. Mom says that improving my handwriting is a lost cause, so she got me this. Keen, huh? I've already typed up a few stories on it in this letter. Can't type for long, because Dad says the noise drives him up the friggin' wall. What does he know? So how is life in the big bad city? Troy is dead boring, as usual. Why'd you have to go to college, huh? There's nobody to talk to in this dump anymore. See you at Thanksgiving. Jacko. December 5th, 1960. Dear Lauren, well, Thanksgiving time has come and gone, and so have you in just 2 short months. I can already see you evolving into a capable young woman. You have outgrown this small town, Lauren. That much is obvious. Jack will be following in your footsteps soon, I am sure. Visiting you in New York is all he talks about. Speaking of Jack, I know you are worried about him. We all are, but don't feel that is your responsibility. You are his sister and you love him, but he's got to learn to live without you eventually. You're growing up. Let him grow up too. Till Christmas. Love, Mom and Dad and Jack. September 16th, 1961. Lauren, can you keep a secret? I don't want to say this over the phone in case Mom or Dad overhear. Mom's been acting odd lately. It started a few days after you went back to New York. She was dragging me shopping when she suddenly screamed and fainted. She was pointing at the corner of the room, but there was nothing there. We brought her to the hospital, and she says she's fine now, but she's been very on edge and paranoid. It's hard to explain. Dad's no help. Can you call and try to cheer her up? She won't listen to me. Just don't tell her about this letter. I just hope she's okay. Jacko. Okay, so that must be when Patricia's dementia first started up. November 13th, 1961. Lauren, you seemed concerned after our last phone call. I just wanted to write and reassure you that everything is fine. Let us know when you are coming home again for Thanksgiving. With love, Mom and Dad and Jack. December 8th, 1961. Dear sis, Mom's getting worse. You said it best during Thanksgiving. It's like somebody's watching over her shoulder. Paranoia. She sits by herself for hours, pretending to read when it's obvious she isn't. Lately she's been covering her ears as if to keep out a sound and closing her eyes tight. Dad's losing patience with her. He's convinced she's lost her mind, and I'm starting to agree. She refuses to get any kind of help. Why can't she see that there's a problem? This isn't normal. Not normal at all. Why can't she see that? I hate to admit it, but I'm kind of scared. Scared for her. I don't know what to do. Aww. February 23rd, 1962. Lauren, it has a name. Mom locked herself in the bathroom this morning. She sounded like she was talking to herself in there. Well, not to herself. It was like there was somebody else there, but there wasn't. I listened. I couldn't understand it, but she did say the name Joey. I asked her later who Joey was, and she got really scared. Then she got angry and said, if you know what's good for you, never mention that name again. This could be the key. If we find out who Joey is, maybe we can save her. Wow. March 16th, 1962. Dear Lauren, well, it's done. The final papers have been signed. It hurt, a lot, but it had to be done. Mom has now been committed to a mental ward. I have to say I'm relieved. I know how you feel about it, but you weren't there. You didn't come home to see her screaming and tearing her hair out, running around the house, knocking down everything in her way. Cuts were all over her face, and the house was practically destroyed. I was so shocked I just closed the door and waited outside for Dad to come home. It was awful. She clawed at him, clawed at his face, and drew blood. It will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life. Thanks for coming out, Lauren. I don't think Dad and I could have handled it on our own. She kind of drained us, you know. Can I come to New York and visit? I need to get away for a while. Jack. I mean, that would be a pretty horrific thing to deal with. May 17th, 1965. Oh, that's kind of a big jump. Congratulations. Summa cum laude. I always knew you were a smarty pants, sis. Now you've got the documentation to prove it. Thanks again for letting me stay at your place for the weekend. It was just like old times, except you weren't smoking then. New York is an amazing city, and Columbia has a great campus. I can't wait to move down there in September, but until then I've got to deal with our grumpy old man. He's insufferable as always. Ever since Mom, he's been hard to talk to and very hard on me. I should tell him you're smoking now. Maybe then he'll concentrate on you for once. See you again soon, Jack. October 16th, 1967. All right, another couple years. It's happened, Lauren. Just like you eventually said it would. I'm in love. Her name is Maria. She's from Italy, and we met in statistics class. She asked if she could copy my notes because her hand was tired. We ended up having lunch, and we've been inseparable ever since. She's incredible. She's got the most amazing red hair, and I want you to meet her. I'll come by soon. Oh, so Rosa has her mother's hair. December 19th, 1970. Lauren, are you all right? Ever since Mom's funeral, you've been hard to reach. I know it's been hard on us, but it's been 6 months. I tried calling, but you never answer. I came by the other day, but you didn't open the door. I knew you were there, Lauren. I could hear you. I risked using the spare key you gave me, but you changed the lock. Come for dinner on Christmas Eve. Maria is a great cook. We won't ask any questions. Just come. Mom might be gone, but we're still here. I miss my big sister. Aww. December 28th, 1970. Lauren, who is Joey? I went over last week to give you a Christmas gift. You didn't answer the door, but I heard you talking to somebody named Joey. Is it a boyfriend? Are you seeing a man named Joey? Is that why you've dropped off the map? Or is it something else? I don't think I need to tell you what. For God's sake, talk to me. Jack. So he had... That's really rough for this guy. He had to watch all this craziness with his mother, and then now it's starting in with his sister. February 13th, 1971. Lauren, I know you're annoyed, but I am not sorry. I didn't want to do it, but you left me no choice. Hiring a private detective to follow you was the only option left. He told me some odd things. You won't talk to me, but you'll talk to total strangers. You'll go to every far corner of the city at the strangest hours, and you talk to yourself when you think you're alone. Don't deny it. He heard it, and so did I. Not that any of it made any sense. That alone is disturbing enough, but then he saw you collapse. You were all alone in some obscure park in the Bronx when you just fainted. He was about to call an ambulance, but then he saw you get up again and walk off like nothing happened. You were always there for me growing up. Don't shut me out, sis. Let me be there for you now. Oh, poor Jack. Jacko, please stay away. Don't worry about me. There are things that need to be done, and I am the only one who can do them. Don't ask me to explain. All I can say is that I understand our mother more than ever. She was never crazy, Jacko. Trust me on this, and take some comfort in it. You've grown up, and you've grown tough, and you don't need anyone to fight your battles anymore. You don't need me, but I'll always be your big sister, Lauren. But he does need you, Lauren, and he needs you to explain. Otherwise, he's just going to hurt more. All this is going to do is confuse him. April 15th, 1973. I'm returning your letter because I refuse to accept it. No, you don't need to fight my battles. I'm not 14 years old anymore, but we are still family, and that's important, especially now that Dad has died. Look, you obviously have something going on, and that's fine. I don't have to be involved if you don't want me to, but I still want you involved in my life. Maria and I are getting married in November. You are coming. No stupid excuses. Jack. November 24th, 1973. Greetings from Greece. If there were any words to describe the beauty of this place, it still wouldn't do it justice. Perfect spot for a honeymoon. Things have been busy, as you can imagine, but I wanted to quickly write to say that I'm glad you made the wedding. Of course, I'm still worried about you, but somebody has to be. You take care and stay in touch. Maria says hi. Jack.
There are some pictures stuck to the back of this letter.
Ooh. March 31st, 1976. Dear Aunt Lauren. Yes, Aunt Lauren, you're an aunt. I'm a dad. Maria gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. We named her Rosangela, after Maria's grandmother. She's so quiet, she hardly cries at all. I'm all set to spoil her rotten, but Maria says to take it easy. She looks just like her mother, and there's a bit of you in her eyes, too. And Mom and Dad. Everything our family was or will be, this child is it. Life is changing so fast. I just want to hold on to this tiny creature and never let go. The future is an exciting place, and I have everything I could ever want. I don't want anything to change, ever. Jack. The Law Offices of Durkin and Goldberg, April 21st, 1981. Dear Ms. Blackwell, it is indeed within your legal rights to take custody of your 5-year-old niece. With the death of her parents, you are the only living relative. Please contact our office and we will start the necessary paperwork. Sincerely, John Durkin. Alright, and how do we see the photos? Okay, maybe if we put away. Ooh! Oh, there's the photos, but we should probably really get the phone. Alright.
Hello?
Rosangelina, hi.
Hi, Bob.
Thanks so much for submitting your last review on time. For once.
Yeah.
I've got a little assignment for you today.
Oh, that's supposed to be our boss.
Assignment?
Human interest, Blackwell. Suicide. College girl named Joanne Sherman.
That's awful, but...
Yeah.
You know the Brittany house, the NYU dorm?
Yes, but...
Speak to some people on her floor. Get a word in with the roommate.
Listen.
Speak to the RA too, and hey, see if you can score a picture of the girl.
But I don't do that stuff.
Yeah.
I do book reviews.
Versatility. Time to get out of your comfort zone.
This is like
German
way
girl
out of our
City Hall
purview.
covering that strike, so you are it. Get cracking.
I hate him so much. Is freelancing for that stupid paper even worth it? Well, I guess it keeps me writing, but... Oh, whatever. I'll just go over there and get it done. It's not like I don't have enough death in my life right now.
Yeah, that
Maybe
is...
this isn't a bad thing. It's like being a real reporter, sort of.
Okay, it's good. It's good to try and
My
find a
old
positive
notepad
way to
should
look
come
at
in
it.
handy for this.
Still, it is, you know, awfully awkward. If all you do is you generally just write book reviews, which I could see being a lot of fun. I quite enjoy reading books. For someone to suddenly, your boss to be like, oh, I know all you do is write book reviews, but, you know, other guy's busy, so I need you to go, talk to some people and investigate a suicide. Really? That's a huge jump. I can see her being quite uncomfortable with that. Okay, let's look at these pictures.
That's definitely Auntie Lauren. She's looking at something off camera. I wonder what it was.
Alright. This is Dad.
Is that my dad? He looks so young. I always pictured my dad as being older.
And then this must be Mom.
I assume that's my mother. She sort of looks like me, I guess. Other than that, she's a total stranger.
Alright, and the other picture? Christmas photograph. Is this Grandma? Oh, we can't click on this one. Huh. Okay, using the notebook. Rosangela will write down various clues during her adventure. To get more information about a clue, move the mouse cursor over it. So, Joanne, an NYU student living in the Brittany house. Recently committed suicide.
All I know about Joanne is that she was an NYU student who killed herself.
And boss wants to get a photograph of Joanne, which is going to possibly be rather awkward to do. I mean, if we could investigate maybe and find like I don't know, do they have yearbooks for college? I don't think we ever had yearbooks. If we could find like a picture online, what is this from? Would there be Facebook or something? I'm saying if we go to like her room and snatch a picture or something, that seems really creepy. And we obviously don't want a picture of her now. So, not sure how we'll manage that, but I suppose we'll just have to go over to Brittany House and see. But we're going to do that next time. I'm going to go ahead and wind the episode down here. Please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed this. Come back next time. We'll head over and we'll investigate this suicide.